Hey, long time no see. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna give it a minute and let some people get on here. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna play some things and then I'll show some things too. This is gonna be very, very interesting. I'll do a little bit of explaining once everybody starts to get on here. That way I don't have to go through and repeat. Hey McKenna. Hey Jerry. How you doing? Hey Kristen. Anal ventriloquist. Joanne. Busy, busy, I know. I've been busy too. But I'll give it a minute and then we will begin. So I'm gonna play it's a woman who recorded Materna and it shows the clear pattern of her harassing and how she doesn't stop in her efforts to sit and cause harm to people constantly. Um there's some very interesting things in here. There's some very interesting things in here. Hang on, I'm sharing. It's gonna echo a minute. Okay. Um, but this is something that people need to pay very close attention to because it shows the pattern and it shows the history. And this is before our time. This is back when Materna was running amok on Facebook, causing hell and wreaking havoc in people's lives, people who have children. And let me get this pulled back up. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to say about this is I don't know this woman. Heard a lot about her. I'm not going to say anything derogatory about her or indifferent. She has a name and she may or may not be doing certain things that people may or may not agree with. I'm not sure. I really don't know a lot about that. Only just what I've been told and a little bit of things that I've researched. I'll keep my opinions on that matter to myself, but it's no different than the fact that Blair and Cropper and people like that are the way they are, and I still feel as if that what Materna has done to them personally and their lives and their children is not okay. So I feel the same with this woman. Like I said, I don't know her. I'm not going to sit and make any kind of judgment on her for what she may or may not have done in her life, or if what she does is to be supported or not. But this is the facts of the matter. The fact is the same exact instances occurred with this woman as it has with myself and others. And that's the pattern that we're showing here. And here's some proof of that. So this woman did a video on Facebook Live and she put out some recordings between her and Materna, or a recording. And it shows the clear pattern of Materna's neurotic behavior where she doesn't want to leave people alone. She chooses to constantly harass, um, attack, bully, intimidate, and use her profession to push people around. Well, this woman just simply wasn't having it. And when I get through playing this call that she's putting out between her and Materna, I will show something else that she had. Um, there may be more to come behind all this. I've got to look through it first because I like to know the content before I present it. I have listened to this, and like I said, this right here is very useful in the fact that it shows the evident clear pattern, which is the same for myself and others. So let's get started. And y'all, please let me know when I start this if you're able to hear this. Hopefully, you will be able to. I did hook it to a speaker so that way it has more clarity in the volume. So I'm going to start it. It's 6 minutes and 50 seconds long. So here we go. I've already pushed play, so when she begins to talk is when it will start.
Hello. May I help you? Jessica.
Who's calling, please?
This is Karen from Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay, just to let you know, I've contacted law enforcement, so this will be one more call coming into me that you're not supposed to even have my number. Second of all, I've already spoke to the Alabama Bar Association, and we are filing complaints against you. So please do not call my phone again. You are not in my book. My book was published last year.
I never thought I was in your book.
Okay, well, I'm getting all the public comments that you're putting up on Facebook, and I'm getting snapshots from people that you're doing.
Listen, what I got was, I'll take your private message. Oh, dadgum, the phone's breaking up.
Okay, ma'am. Then she calls back again, which I'm downloading right now. This woman continues to keep harassing me and calling me. I also I just got off the phone with Alabama, and here's the second phone call. She called again. Okay, this is unwanted contact, Miss Materna. Why do you keep calling me?
Hey, Francesca.
This woman's great.
No, you made a video yesterday that
Miss Materna, I am filing criminal harassment charges against you, as well as filing a complaint with the Alabama Bar Association. You need to get my image off of Facebook because they're being directed also. I've already put one of the largest cyber stalkers in jail, Jonathan Anderson, and the people that he's incited, like CJ Abernathy and those that you associate with, and you will be next. So I'd like you to stop calling my phone for your own sake.
I would like for you to remove my name out of your mouth on Facebook.
I do not have to do that. I do not have to do that.
I'll text you a private, then I don't have to do it.
Okay, well, guess what? You are a bar licensed attorney. You are a bar licensed attorney, and you are harassing me. I am only stating, you need to learn. Okay, you need to, listen, you came to me. I did not go to you. You came to me. No. You have hashtag that I'm insane, mentally ill. I am, huh? Okay, so you are a licensed. You're being recorded as well. And your harassment calls that are coming into me are also being traced. So you continue, and I don't know how you got my private phone number, but this is now going on Facebook as well. Your messages to me are going on Facebook as well. So I'd advise you to take down my image because you're going to lose your license. You will be losing your license. Okay, Miss Materna, you're calling me. I'm not calling you. Miss Materna, you're calling me and harassing me daily. I've got voicemails from you. Miss Materna, you're calling me. Miss Materna, you're calling me, telling me that my reputable organization is Fantasy World. You're telling me that my best-selling book. Okay, thank you.
I never said I was in your book. I don't know where you come up with that garbage.
Okay, anyway, you're being recorded, and this will also go on Facebook. So keep it up because the Bar Association will be removing your license.
Don't put my image on your Facebook trash. You understand me?
Are you threatening me, Miss Materna?
No, I'm saying that I will take judicial action against you, and I've already talked with Detective Paul Blassett at the Ulster County Sheriff's Department, and he is going to get this recording as well. He has seen your video.
Miss Materna, you just called me twice. Miss Materna, you just called me twice.
Right, I did just call you twice.
Okay. And that's three times. You can call Ulster County all you want. Ulster County works with me. You have no idea. You have no idea what you have gotten yourself involved in by trying to attack and assault me. I do not know you from anywhere. You started with Miss Materna. Miss Materna, you have contacted me. I've never contacted you. I've blocked you on Facebook. You need to mind your business. You're a bar licensed attorney, and you are stepping out of code of ethic. You are stepping out of your oath of office as well. Miss Materna, I have pictures of my name and my image and my reputable business
all over your Facebook page.
And I think was fine with yours. But now if it's not talking lies about
it doesn't matter, Miss Materna. I'm stating to the public what you've done, and I have a legal right to do so. I am a legal broadcaster, Miss Materna. You've attacked my licensed advocacy business. You've attacked my licensed advocacy business. I am not practicing, Miss Materna, I am not practicing law without a license. I don't walk into court and I don't go in as their attorney. You're speaking things that you don't know. That's right. Read it. Read it. Maybe you need to get back in the books. Read what my email says, Miss Materna. That's right. This conversation ended when you called me. This conversation ended when you called me, you loser.
The child is in her recording, not mine.
You heard it here, live at Punished for Protecting. We have an attorney out of Alabama that thinks she is the police squad of Facebook, or I don't know what. But anyway, there's the message. That's her third call to me, and how she got my private number is beyond me. Apparently, she called the Ulster County District Attorney's Office. Oh, that's funny. The same guys I worked with. Interesting. The same guys that put a warrant out for John Anderson's arrest. She called on me. Okay, well, let me get done laughing for the day, guys. Enjoy your day. Every day, it's a new one. With paper.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me end that. Now, what we would like to do, this is what we like to do. We always like to thank people for their research and their investigations. So this is what we're going to do. Let me get this to come in. Okay. We're going to thank Misty and Karen Greamer. We're going to thank Misty Coley. Misty Coley. Okay. We're going to thank Misty Coley and Karen Greamer for their investigative skills on Miss Materna. We're going to thank them. Hold on, I'll let you see that. We're going to thank them. There's Miss Karen Greamer. Misty Coley dropped that one. Karen Greamer was dropping this one. And this one. And this one. And Misty was dropping this one. And Karen Greamer was dropping this one about Randy Davis. So we would like to do a shout out to Misty Coley and Karen Greamer for their investigating and digging around and their investigative skills on Miss Materna. So this is the woman you heard on the recording. Her name is Francesca Amato, and her last name is Banfield. She's done another live here. I haven't heard it yet. It's an hour and 17 minutes, 29 seconds. It's probably going to be very good. But once I get through hearing it and seeing if it's useful and anything in there that's relevant to anything we're trying to prove and point out, then I'll play that. But other than that, you guys can go to her page. This is her name, Francesca Amata, and then it's Banfield. So, here's what I was going to read to you. Okay, this was a post that there she is right there, Francesca Amata Banfield. Okay, she says right here, Karen Materna, what I do is not only not your business, you have been served with a cease and desist letter, and the court is issuing a cease and desist order now. The victimized mother yesterday has had her ADA violated for 3 years and has 3 disabilities. You should learn to listen before you target, stalk, and harass. No one wants your corrupt advice or the system you protect that harms families. I am making this statement public because I have blocked you everywhere you target and harassed me. My entire county has got your no and knows clearly that you are indeed a menace to many and that you have harassed and stalked many, hiding under your bar membership. Shame on you, bar ass, for allowing this woman, bar association, for allowing this woman to do this to people for years. Thankfully, we have investigated in the appropriate venue that won't fail us. So you can go to this woman's page if you'd like to seek more information, or if you had any questions for this woman. She'd probably be very, very helpful for anybody having issues with Materna. I'm quite sure you'll get an earful, and she will have lots to say. I'll hold it there so you can get the correct spelling. I don't know if she's on Periscope, but she's on Facebook. I do know that. She writes books, and as I said, we always want to do shout outs to thank our investigators. We're going to thank Misty Coley and Karen Groomer for investigating this and finding all this great helpful information against Materna. Misty dropped that post I just read to you. Miss Karen Groomer just dropped the phone call video that I just read to you. And then Karen Groomer also dropped another video of her that I've not watched yet. It's an hour and 17 minutes and 29 seconds, which we will get to. If it's helpful in our situation, we may play that here as well. And then Misty decided to drop this one. And then Miss Karen Groomer decided to drop Miss Materna's good buddy, Randy Davis, who was the guy that was having the plan to work with Materna to expose Cropper and take Cropper down. So let's open this up here. Then, well, I have to, oh wait, I actually screenshotted it. Hold on. Let me find the bigger, there it is. Because I want you to see that. Okay, so it's a little hard to see exactly what it is. I'll read it from the top of what we have. The whole post is probably on the page. Francesca's post, it says, for her, considering how it's far worse for a bar licensed attorney to do what she is doing. Now she's claiming that I was not friends with Kimmy. She's so sick and evil. Karen Pettit Materna of Alabama continues to target me and my reputable organization. And she is right in there with these insane trolls on Facebook. She doesn't believe dishonorable strong, but this strong put this woman, our friend's Kimmy, in jail for no reason. Read it for yourself. Can someone please tell me what this insane woman is targeting me for? And now other victims of this. By the way, Camara Riviera is a troll account, and so is Buck Stops Here. Please report them all before you blog. So, from the front desk of Karen Pettit Materna, this was the troll account she was showing, which more than likely was fucking Karen Materna or her little gurus in her little circle that try to do things to people. I'll try to read it to the best of my ability because the way it was screenshotted, some of the words are not there, but we can get the gist of it. It says, from the desk of Karen Pettit Materna, I have no affiliation with something my group, nor do I have an affiliation with something my trolls she speaks of. However, she lives something, maybe it's meaning video by this woman, was disturbing in so many ways. She lied in it and said that she talked to this woman every day. And then out of the other side of her mouth, she said the last time she spoke to her was in the car on a trip to WV. This is clearly a ploy to tug on emotions to gather or further her ridiculous agenda. She is basically something citing her followers. Oh, inciting her followers to go after a judge. Lastly, the story is sad. One is a sad one, but there are two sides to every one of these stories, and a judge is not going to post hers on social media, nor something I do not believe this judge, sorry guys, I can't see that. So put a woman in jail for no reason. What something to believe is this poor desperate woman got caught up with this psychopath that thinks she knows how to maneuver the justice system. Something, maybe it's out of desperation and because of bad advice. So that's what I could read here. But like I said, you guys can go to Francesca's page and scroll all through this. I think some of this was 2018. So let's see. Let's see what the rest of this is. Okay, I do not believe this judge was lastly put. Okay, would last to put women in jail for no reason. What something believe is poor, desperate woman got caught up with a psychopath that thinks that she knows how to maneuver the justice system. Out of desperation because she had bad advice and received the explanation by this advocate. She lost in court system. The sickest part is that Francesca Banfield wants her followers to believe she helped. No doubt, I guess that she hurt this woman with her advice, just like she has done to so many other I have seen on her exploitive videos. And let me be clear, as she blasted my name all over her ridiculous platform. Yes, I believe she is insane, and I something would warn, maybe would warn any parent or anyone to stay as far from, and then that's the end of that. So yes, this clearly is Materna's wording and texting, and even says about her blasting her name. So she told on herself, and right here it even says from the desk of Karen Pettit Materna. So yeah, Camara Rivers was, I believe, to be Karen Pettit Materna attacking this woman. And as I said at the beginning of this, yes, Francesca Almada Banfield has wrote books. She is an author and publisher. She has done a lot of different things. I don't know her that well. I don't have a lot to judge her on. I was told lots and lots from Materna. I was told by Materna that she was evil and she was having people's children snatched away from them. When in fact, no, it's quite the opposite that I have come to find out. And guilty dog always barks the loudest. So when you have Materna doing this kind of shit to people, she just tries to ruin anything positive. I'm not going to judge Amada Banfield. I don't know her. I'm not going to support her, nor am I going to go against her. I'm simply showing here that what the pattern is, and what Materna has done to so many others before us. And this was on Facebook. So she had been on Facebook terrorizing people for quite some time. So let's play this call again, because not always are you able to actually fully grasp or retain what you just heard out of shock factor, because it is just that. So it's a 6-minute and 50-second call that's put out here. I'm going to push play again. Now, just let me be clear. When you hear this child, it's not mine, so no need for you guys to get all phone happy and start calling child welfare. My kids are older. This child seems to be young. You can hear him in the background in this video recording. It's not my child. So that's just a little disclaimer here. So let's play this, and I'll show the screen. There's really not anything to see in some of it. That's why I didn't show it earlier. But I'll show the screen this time all the way through. Hopefully you guys can hear this well. I have it on a speaker.
Hello?
May I help you?
Is this Francesca?
Who's calling, please?
This is Karen from Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay, just to let you know, I've contacted law enforcement, so this will be one more call coming into me that you're not supposed to even have my number. Second of all, I've already spoke to the Alabama Bar Association, and we're filing complaints against you. So please do not call my phone again. You are not in my book. My book was published last year.
I never thought I was in your book.
Okay, well, I'm getting all the public comments that you're putting up on Facebook, and I'm getting snapshots from people.
What I got was, I think your private message. Oh, damn, the phone's breaking up.
Okay, ma'am. Then she calls back again, which I'm downloading right now. This woman continues to keep harassing me and calling me. I just got off the phone with Alabama, and here's the second phone call. She called again. Okay, this is unwanted contact, Miss Materna. Why do you keep calling me?
Hey, Francesca.
So that's great.
Look, you made a video yesterday that
Miss Materna, I am filing criminal harassment charges against you, as well as filing a complaint with the Alabama Bar Association. You need to get my image off of Facebook because they're being directed also. I've already put one of the largest cyber stalkers in jail, Jonathan Anderson, and the people that he's incited, like CJ Abernathy and those that you associate with, and you will be next. So I'd like you to stop calling my phone for your own sake.
I would like for you to remove my name out of your mouth on Facebook.
I do not have to do that. I do not have to do that.
That's 68 private. Then I don't have to do it.
Okay, well, guess what? You are a bar licensed attorney. You are a bar licensed attorney, and you are harassing me. I am only stating, you need to learn. Okay, you need to, listen, you came to me. I did not go to you. You came to me. No. You have hashtag that I'm insane, mentally ill. This goes against I am, huh? Okay, so you are a licensed. You're being recorded as well. And your harassment calls that are coming into me are also being traced. So you continue, and I don't know how you got my private phone number, but this is now going on Facebook as well. Your messages to me are going on Facebook as well. So I'd advise you to take down my image because you're going to lose your license. You will be losing your license. Okay, Miss Materna, you're calling me. I'm not calling you. Miss Materna, you're calling me and harassing me daily. I've got voicemails from you. Miss Materna, you're calling me. Miss Materna, you're calling me, telling me that my reputable organization is Fantasy World. You're telling me that my best-selling book. Okay, thank you.
I never said I was in your book. I don't know where you come up with that garbage.
Okay, anyway, you're being recorded and this will also go on Facebook. So keep it up because the Bar Association will be removing your license.
Don't put my image on your Facebook trash. You understand me?
Are you threatening me, Miss Materna?
No, I'm saying that I will take judicial action against you, and I've already talked with Detective Paul Blasek at the Alta County Sheriff's Department, and he is going to get this recording as well. He has seen your video.
Miss Materna, you just called me twice. Miss Materna, you just called me twice.
Right, I did just call you twice.
Okay. And that's three times. That's three times. You can call Ulster County all you want. Ulster County works with me. You have no idea. You have no idea what you have gotten yourself involved in by trying to attack and assault me. I do not know you from anywhere. You started with Miss Materna. Miss Materna, you have contacted me. I've never contacted you. I've blocked you on Facebook. You need to mind your business. You're a bar licensed attorney, and you are stepping out of code of ethics. You are stepping out of your oath of office as well. You put, Miss Materna, I have pictures of my name and my image and my reputable business all over your Facebook page. It doesn't matter, Miss Materna. I'm stating to the public what you've done, and I have a legal right to do so. I am a legal broadcaster, Miss Materna. You've attacked my licensed advocacy business. You've attacked my licensed advocacy business. I am not practicing, Miss Materna, I am not practicing law without a license. I don't walk into court and I don't go in as their attorney. You're speaking things that you don't know. That's right, read it. Maybe you need to get back in the books. Read what my email says, Miss Materna. That's right, this conversation ended when you called me. This conversation ended when you called me, you loser. You heard it here, live at Punish for Protecting. We have an attorney out of Alabama that thinks she is the police squad of Facebook, or I don't know what. But anyway, there's the message. That's her third call to me, and how she got my private number is beyond me. Apparently, she called the Ulster County District Attorney's Office. Oh, that's funny. The same guys I worked with. Interesting. The same guys that put a warrant out for John Anderson's arrest. She called on me. Okay, well, let me get done laughing for the day, guys. Enjoy your day. Every day, it's a new one.
So that was a video there from Francesca Amata Banfield, who is this woman right here. As I said before, you guys can go to her Facebook page, and if anybody would like to reach out to her, feel free to do that on your own accord. This is the Randy Davis. I haven't heard this video either, as well as this one here on her. We're going to listen to him, though, and if there's anything necessary to bring out and play, if it shows the pattern and can help the situation with being able to explain, then we'll play that. And as I said before, we love to thank our investigators. So everybody give a big shout out and a thank you to Misty Cully and Karen Gramer. They are the investigators who went through and found all of this on Miss Materna. So thank you very much. Much appreciated, y'all. But they say they don't do that, right? Okay, well, they've done plenty. So here's that post. If anybody would like to see this, I'll reread it really quick. Francesca Amata Banfield. There's a spelling of her name at the top. It says, Karen Materna, what I do is not only not your business, you have been served with a cease and desist letter, and the court is issuing a cease and desist order. The victimized mother yesterday has had her ADA violated for 3 years and has 3 disabilities. You should learn to listen before you target, stalk, and harass. No one wants your corrupt advice or the system you protect that harms families, which that would be CPS. I am making this statement public because I have blocked you everywhere. You target and harass me. My entire county has got your no, and I guess maybe number, and knows clearly that you are indeed a menace to many, and that you have harassed and stalked many, hiding under your bar membership. Shame on you, Bar Association, for allowing this woman to do this to people for years. Thankfully, we have you investigated in the appropriate venue that won't fail us. So, as I said, when you listen to something a few times, you retain a little more than what you did before. So let me just let you know what I keyed in on. The fact that Francesca was talking and she was speaking to Materna, and she was saying that she had already filed and had locked up a stalker and a harasser that Francesca clearly stated worked with Materna to do what Materna does. So they go together and they work together. They do this together. That's what I heard. I heard her clearly say to Materna that she had already had somebody in her little circle that she tight knits with and is in very close connection with, that stalks and harasses people, locked up. One of the biggest people online that terrorized people back then. So you guys can go check her page out. Feel free. She's got lots of public information on there. You can scroll back. Like I said, some of this is as far back as 2018. Knock yourself out when you just don't have nothing else to do. And if anybody has any questions on anything that has to do with her page and things she's got going on over there, or what you may come across as far as the Materna case goes and any of that, feel free to ask her, because I can't elaborate. All I can do is interpret what I have seen here, and what I can see is it clearly shows the same pattern of behavior. It clearly does. So I do not back or support the woman. I don't know her. I'm not, for or against her. I've heard good things. I've heard bad things, but I don't know anything about her. So do your own research, do your own investigations to find out what you might think about her. I do know that, like I said, no matter what, it's just like with Cropper and Blair. They're assholes and they're fuck sticks. And they're fucking retarded ass people that go suck the ass of their abuser. But what happened to their family situation because of Materna is still not okay. And that is the pattern of what I see here. So no matter what, you want to venture to go look at this Francesca, just like with Cropper, just like with Blair, no matter if you like them, don't like them, agree with the shit they do, or don't agree with the shit they do, keep in mind the same pattern has happened. The same thing has happened, that Materna has made calls and inserted herself into these people's lives and has disrupted their lives. And it doesn't matter how bad or awful a person may be or someone you don't align with their views or what it is that they're doing outside of that situation. It's not okay for Materna to have went into their personal life and done what she did to affect their children and their families and their income. Same thing happened to Amada Banfield. Same thing. Same thing happened to Cropper. Same things happened to fucking Blair. Same things happened to me. And I don't have the actual proof, but I'm quite sure. Like I can pretty and let's not forget Lynn, because the same things happened to her too. I forgot about that. Sorry, Lynn. But I would have to venture to say I'm erring on the side of factual, but it'll come. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be like a gambler here. I'm gonna put my opinions on it are very strong, and I feel as if when McKenna finally gets her reports all together and her lawyer gets everything put together, she's probably gonna find out Materna had a hand in her shit too. She's probably gonna find it somewhere along the way. Bet you anything she was a part of hers as well. Because McKenna had child welfare come out to her home over and over again. She had lots of knock knocks on her door. So, just like I did, just like Blair did. Yeah, Cropper didn't have CPS come out, but she did contact his ex-wife and his mother-in-law. She did do that and try to dig off into his fucking court stuff. That's really all that happened to Cropper. So really nothing that personally affected him. Now, he was all pissy in the first week stages of that, and then he turned around and decided to do kumbaya and kitty lick with her in a corner somewhere. And now all of a sudden, because he needs some attention, he's decided to come back around and, be mad at her now. But see, let's not forget, Cropper knew everything that Materna had done to him. He knew it all. He already knew everything that she had done to him before he decided to make nice with her and hang with her and vow to protect her and stand on her front lawn and camp out at her house. And pretty much between him and Rob too, and Shauna knew exactly every little thing that was done to her by Materna. But it was all cool and okay because they were buddies. But then when the flip switched and they decided not to be buddies with her no more, now it's all a big deal to them over there. It should have always been a big deal. It should have always been a big deal. You don't get to just use this shit now because you want fucking attention while you sit over there and do nothing about it but make videos carrying on and on and on and cutting people down and shit and sitting over there and just trashing the hell out of Materna. I mean, your complaints are kind of null and void over there between all of you guys because y'all were willing to fucking take direct deposits from her last week and go camp out on her lawn to protect her. As they all sit and say that they weren't taking up for her. You see what I'm saying here, guys? It's selective outrage, and it's outrage to fuel attention for them over there. But the rest of us over here that have been affected and had things done, and those of you that have seen it, we're moving forward, and we're going to make sure that something happens with it. We're not going to leave anybody in the path of this little hurricane. I'm going to call it a little Alabama hurricane because what she's done is not okay. It's bullshit, and nobody should have ever said that it was okay for it to have ever happened. So. And are there any questions? Are there any questions? Anybody? I'll leave this opportunity here for if anybody has any questions real quick. I got me some more cheese dip. I'm going to go make me some chips and dip. You're welcome, Abe. Thank you. You're welcome, Allison. It is unbelievable. course, I believe it, like, wholeheartedly, because, you know, nothing's unbelievable to me anymore when it comes to her and some of these people. But yeah, it's kind of hard to understand. It's hard to wrap your head around it. And you could tell in that call, right? You can really tell in that call that Materna just doesn't stop. She really doesn't. Like, she just keeps going and going and going. She's like the fucking Energizer Bunny rabbit. She doesn't fucking stop. I mean, when you are told don't call someone, don't call someone, you know? Oh, great, Abe. I was going to try to find out if you had received it yet because I had to mail Abe his refund, and he got his refund in full today in the mail. So thank you. I'm glad that you got that, and I appreciate that offer. To both you and your wife, thank you very much. Yeah, she's very well practiced at what she does. Oh, Carrie, man, well, be safe. Got a fire in a apartment building. Thank you, Nisa. My number one says, and she was whack jobs online and the dirty work. Yes, that's true. Think you should take donations for an attorney. Um, we'll see about that. You know, um, I've called around to a couple. I have been told by the ones that I have called that there is a case. So I'm getting some free legal advice from an attorney that has just said that they would just help me, give me some advice. A real attorney, not a fake one, and nobody online. As far as like what direction to go in. Um, and that person doesn't cannot represent me in Alabama, so that's why that's not happening. But we'll see. Um, Still trying to understand how she has a license to practice law. Well, you know, I honestly think she has a license to still practice law because people have not taken this seriously. I think a lot of people have threatened. A lot of people have hope and effort for the threat that it would just stop and she would just go away. I think that Materna has tried to pull her weight around to harass people and humiliate people enough to scare them away. And you know, when it comes to court cases and getting a lawyer and things like that, it does cost money. And when you know, a lot of people think, oh well, you know, she's an attorney. Oh my God, and I have to follow where she's at, and I go down there, and oh my Lord, if I get an attorney to go up against her, and she's there, and she practices there within her county, and those people all know her, then it might not go in my favor, and you know, on and on and on. But that's not how the law works. That is not how the law works. She tries to use that as her threat and put fear in people, so people will not, you know, pursue what needs to be done. Um, so no, she doesn't like being confronted. No, she does not like being confronted. No, oh no, she's up in arms and very upset about the fact that we were coming to Alabama. She's been up and down with it because we haven't come yet. She's wondering if we are. Yes, ma'am, we're coming. So you can go ahead and just put your little butthole all back together because we are going to be coming to Alabama, like it or not. So yeah, it's just there's ways to go about things, and you have to get things done, and you have to be able to get all the proper things in order and get everything filed and go from there. And you got to have all your stuff in order too, because you can't just walk in with a storyline and just be like, oh, she did this to me, that to me, this to me, that to me. You have to prove all that. And I do have the proof of the things that she's done to me, and I have the proof out of her own mouth. That's the best part. So it doesn't matter what she goes into court and starts flapping her flapjack in front of the judge and says. I have it right out of her own mouth, her own admittance. So, and thanks to McKenna, I have a recording where she actually did make a child welfare call on me when she's clearly sitting running around telling everybody she's never done that. Yes, she did. And it goes right along with showing the whole intention and malicious intent of the crowd targeting that she was doing to me. And that's what she does, in hopes that other people help her out. Okay, I'll leave it up. Texas Snow Bunny, I'll leave it up. Let's see. Guess she met some folks here that won't put up with her BS. That's right. Straight out of her own mouth. Yep, right out of her own mouth. Yes, she does deserve. McKenna does deserve loads and loads of coffee. Oh, I got me some really good coffee today, y'all. I'm gonna try it. It's the mocha cold coffee. Oh Lord, that stuff's gonna be good. I haven't had this brand yet, but we're gonna try some. I went and got some earlier. Yes, Allison, it is an obsession. She fixates on people. She's like I mean, seriously, she's like a damn praying mantis where they just sit there and just hone in on a target, you know? And it's really disgusting. And as you see right there in Francesca Amata Banfield's post, she says right there in the I want to give it to you right. Let's see. No one wants your corrupt advice or the system you protect that harms families. So she's even saying right there. Where is that? Right there. Right there. She's even saying it right there. That Materna protects the system. And I truly do believe that, especially because if you are against CPS and you are against children to be taken out of their homes and you were standing for children, then why in the fuck are you going across the nation calling CPS offices on people, making complaints against people and their children, especially children you've never seen, you've never talked to, you've never had a discussion with, you've never known anything about my kids or some of these other children, that you've inserted yourselves into their lives and you've made fucking calls on them. So why would you do that? And you make up lies. You said you had facts that my children were not educated. Those aren't facts. That was a blatant lie. Then you turn around and tell the worker that you talked to at my office that you heard. No, bitch, you are the one that was online spreading that nonsense. So you didn't hear shit. That came from you, and many, many times out of your mouth on a live feed, you clearly stated that it was fact. Well, I've already shown my dismissal letter, which shows that you're a fucking liar, and it was not fact. So why would you say you stand for children, but yet you call the very fucking offices and agencies that could possibly cause harm to the children by coming into the home to falsely, under false pretenses, and remove children from their happy homes? So no, you don't stand for children. You're a selfish fucking cunt with no life that likes to insert yourself in people's shit, and you do it out of vengeance. You do it out of vengeance. In the recorded call that Tammy Blair's worker, she's talking to her, and the lady is talking to her, and then she turns around and says, well, are you trying to make a complaint here? She says, well, I guess I can now, because she's pissed because she was mad about Blair going out saying that she was the caller, that she had done this shit to her. So out of vengeance, you then turn around and now you want to make a complaint? It shows it. It's clear as day. You clearly fucking did it. Right. How many babies has she ripped from their mother's arms? You know, she's disgusting. She's disgusting. I don't see her standing for children anywhere. I don't see her getting off this box long enough to do anything with her own. She's so damn consumed with all of ours. And she's never seen them. She doesn't know them. She has no facts about them. And she's called and lied and made shit up to try to have her kids removed. That's sick. And that's disturbing. And that is fucking dangerous to have something like that walking around doing that shit to people. It's a waste of resources. There are truly abused children in America that need these resources to be used there. Wasting taxpayers' money having the damn social worker come to my home 30 and 40 miles away multiple times. The state's money has to come in and pay for that. Meanwhile, because a case like mine got put in there in the file and they had to make the appointment to come out to my home unnecessarily, based on lies, not facts, but lies, because they were mad out of vengeance. The whole 4 hours that they sit here and interview my family, that's 4 more hours another child somewhere else needed them. 4 more hours another child somewhere else was being possibly abused in our fucking county. You're disgusting, Materna. And the rest of you. Because I know it wasn't just Materna. I know that. I've got the officer on recording telling me exactly who fucking called on me and who all was involved. And you can all go fuck yourself. You're a bunch of sick fucking bitches that abuse children. And that is a form of abuse, to use the fucking state agencies to harass them. Yeah, she did try to insert her home in Jamie's home and have Jamie's kids taken. She sure did. That's another person. Yeah, she's abuse of power, and yes, she does have a fixation on that shit. Sure does. She's just trash. So, y'all can watch the replay if you came in late. I played it twice. I went over it a few times. I always suggest going over things like that are that important to that degree more than once, so that you can grasp the actual, full effect of it and be able to process it all, to understand it, to break it down. And I'll probably listen to it a few more times my damn self and probably be able to actually find more things to it. In the meantime, like I said, there were 2 other videos. I've not gone through them. If they're relevant to anything, I'll come back on and at some point play those. But if it's just some nonsense, my thing is trying to show the pattern, trying to show the history, trying to show the people that have been affected by the same person. And as I said, I have no opinion, whether it be good, negative, positive, bad, or otherwise, of the Francesca Mata Banfield. I don't know her. I've never been a supporter of her. I don't know anything about her. So if you guys would like to find out, you are more than welcome to go to her page to do your own investigation and research and determine it for yourself. Either way, like I said, if you don't agree or align with the things that she does or doesn't do and her views or whatnot, it's still not fucking okay for Materna to have done what she's done. That's the point, because I don't align with Cropper and I don't align with Blair, and I think they're pieces of shit, but it's still not okay what was done to them. Just like it wasn't okay with what happened to Lynn. Just like it's not okay with what I feel probably even possibly happened to McKenna. I know it happened to McKenna. We just got to narrow it down to see if it's the same person involved. And I would almost fucking cut my right leg off to tell you yes. So, and I already know multiple other people she's done this shit to. Some of them are too damn afraid to come forward to speak and talk. Jamie Q was another person that was affected by this woman. Got CPS all up in her shit unnecessarily. Never seen her kid, never knew anything about her. Ali says that's why I don't understand why they don't stand up. Are they afraid? I don't really think so. I honestly don't. I honestly don't think they're afraid of shit. I honestly think that they're just fucking mentally ill and retarded, and that maybe their fucking families don't mean that much to them personally. That this drama and the attention from it online is more important than doing what's right. Because if you actually cared about your family like you say you do, then you would have done anything and everything you can do to fucking protect your fucking family. And when you had it case hands hands down, and the way out and the avenues that you needed to have things stopped for you, you could have had that done. There ain't no need to jump in bed with people. There ain't no need to fucking sing kumbaya with people. And that's just how I feel about it. You don't sit over and sing kumbaya and lick the asshole of the motherfucker to try to take all your shit away from you. That makes no sense to me. If someone calls the cops on me and falsely accused me of having children's photos, everyone would know that shit. Right. I never shut the fuck up about it. Right. Exactly. Right. And the simple fact that her behavior on here is that she calls every man a pedo. Like she literally is titled every man on here that she's come across pretty much a pedo. Like she's got some type of infatuation with that kind of shit. It's disgusting. and it's constantly bringing children up and bringing children into shit, and it's the constant attack of children, all while she claims she's trying to be an advocate for them and stand for them, but she's not. She's causing direct harm to them. And this make no sense to me. I don't understand that shit. That to me, that's just fucking mental illness. But she did confess in the chat that I had with her that she had 38 different personalities. So maybe that's the issue at hand. Maybe that's the problem. And we all could probably pretty much formulate in our own minds the opinion, the fact that she's a fucking drunk, because every evening she's on the box fucking drinking and just going fucking berserk and crazy and just running that mouth and just laughing and carrying on. She thinks the shit's funny. She's fucking evil. It's fun to her to do this shit to people. And that is an evil fucking person. So on that note, guys, I'm going to go. Abe says Alabama Bar Association is very irresponsible if they have been made aware of it and done nothing. She messaged the LGBTQ that, yeah. Oh, yeah, anything she can do. And you know what? I really don't give a shit what the LGBTQ RSTZ, whatever they want to call themselves. I could give a shit less what they think about me. I'm not out to attack them. I'm not going to go look for them. I'm not going to go find them. I'm not trying to whip their ass. Don't be licking kitty in front of me and my children, and we're good. Don't be sucking dick in front of me and my kids, and we're good. Don't do it. Y'all keep that shit to yourself. That's how I feel about that. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. Just don't do that shit around me. I don't approve of it. I believe in God and the Bible, and that's my opinion. I believe that gays and lesbians are just not supposed to be. If it were natural, then they'd be able to reproduce. The simple fact that physics and nature does not allow two men together or two women together to reproduce says it all to me. That's how I know my God is good and he did not create that shit. He made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So you guys have a good night and talk to y'all later.